It still blows my mind that a random 10-year-old is making $20 million online and I'm still below the poverty line. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Zhariya Smith and I typically make commentary videos just like this one. Today's candle is cinnamon, spice, vanilla, and Paris Cafe. I just bought that candle like 2 days ago and I haven't burned it yet. I'm burning it right now, obviously, but it smells so good. I love it so much. And you might be thinking to yourself right now, wow, Zhariya looks really tired right now. And to that I say, mind your own business. Okay, I can film at whatever time I want to. I don't care if it's 12 a.m. right now. Who's going to stop me from filming? Nobody. So, sorry, I'm exhausted because it is 12 o'clock in the morning. But hi, how are we doing? I hope you're doing great. I'm doing tired. And I guess to coast off the intro, today's video is going to be kind of more of a rant with semi-structure. I know typically I make commentary videos like I say. This video does have light commentary about society, whatever society means. But this is definitely just a kind of like my video where I complained about the housing market for 18 minutes. This is kind of like that, but a little bit deeper because I've noticed just in general, there have been a lot of people recently, which is great for them, just succeeding and posting about their success. I don't know about you, but since the pandemic, I have really seen like a myriad of people starting businesses, becoming full-time YouTubers, and doing basic things like I mentioned, like buying a house, buying that car that you've wanted, even just getting an apartment, graduating school, whether that's high school, getting your bachelor's, getting your master's, your PhD. I don't think there's anything higher than that. But people are doing a lot of just achievements. I see so many Twitter pictures of people that post all of their college acceptances and it'll be like 50 schools and it's like insane. But there's just so many important life events that the average person would post, which typically, doesn't mean much of anything. Just congratulations, But I would say generally as a person who is an ex-gifted kid, place video in the card above if I remember. I never remember to do those. I have a certain need to succeed. Currently right now I have an A and an A plus, and in my head instead of thinking like, wow, you have 2 A's, I'm like, why isn't the other A an A plus? I'm just like that. I feel like I'm never good enough. That's just the Virgo moon and Capricorn rising speaking, I swear. Even having something as basic as having a friend group or having just general friends in general, it's something that I've struggled with over the past 2 years. This isn't a secret, but it's kind of got me in my feels a little bit about the pressure to succeed. And success means so many things, and I'll get into that later, but that's the topic of today's video generally. It's just feeling this pressure that you need to succeed. Like, oh, well, if you're in a pandemic, so there's no excuse to not do X, Y, Z, when it's like in reality, I would just much rather sleep or, just some of that stuff is just really draining sometimes, I guess. Is this summertime sadness? Is that why I feel this way? This is the moment where I realized. For me, at the beginning of the pandemic, I was kind of in a mood of, yay, I'm so excited because I had a YouTube channel. I mean, I still do. It's the same one. I privated a lot of those videos because they're cringy, but I was excited because I had 40 subscribers. I wanted to post more on YouTube and I had an opportunity to do that, and I became more creative. I was on my grind. I was doing that work from home, but I wasn't working because I was just posting YouTube videos that I didn't get paid for. I was having a grand old time during the pandemic. And also during the pandemic was when I switched my genre to commentary because I found that I loved talking about random things that are on my mind, For me, the dread really kicked in once I came to the realization around, I want to say, everything happened in March, so I want to say about July/August time frame was when I realized I need to find another job, make it work. I had to aggressively move my apartment from Orlando to moving back home with my mother. I had a creative block. There was just so much that was going on in that little weird time frame, you know? And I started to feel almost behind because I got my associate's degree around this time as well. Well, by saying I got my associate's degree, I don't mean that I walked at graduation. I just mean I got a diploma in the mail saying congratulations. Because, you know, being a 2020 grad just to add another layer to the upsettedness that I was dealing with at the time. As I was going online and as I was kind of discovering what I wanted to be as a creator and all of this stuff was kind of also where I saw a lot of the YouTubers. Again, I probably have some video where I talk about this. A lot of YouTubers kind of flexing their lavish lifestyle, not caring about the pandemic at all, buying a bunch of new stuff, wasting food, doing just things that honestly just opulent. Is that the word, opulence? It was very just like extra, like indulgent, like why are we doing this in the middle of a pandemic, you know? And I kind of started to feel weird because there are people who had channels when I did and were succeeding so well, whereas I was kind of stagnant in a way. Which I hate comparing myself to others, but that's just kind of the reality of where my brain was going at that time. What honestly did it for me and did the nail on the coffin, which is going to be the next section of the video, was when I started watching those really crazy real estate videos and watching those what I spend in a day videos, or those living on 10 cents a day challenge, or just videos that are like that. I actually, in my notes right now, I have this section titled as Rich Lifestyle Girlies, though it's more than just girls. I don't know why I like saying girlies these days. But I loved watching those videos. It was honestly my comfort. Like, you know, there was a TikTok trend where it was like, what are your comfort videos? And one of my comfort videos is when Best Dressed went on a New York apartment hunt. I've seen that video at least 30 times. When you're watching this content, when it is a pandemic and you've come to the realization that you cannot afford, even with the pandemic pricing, I couldn't afford much of anything because I was unemployed. And seeing those mega real estate videos by like Ennis, what's his last name? I don't know his last name. That's embarrassing. And like Eric Conover and just those crazy, you know what I'm talking about. You've seen them on your trending page at least once, you know. And watching these videos made me feel so behind, because I know in reality I am not someone that's buying a $50.6 million penthouse in New York City, you know, but I could reasonably be a 20-year-old hunting for apartments in New York City. To circle back, I would see these videos where it would be like an 18-year-old talking about what I spend in a week, and it would be like $1,000, which $1,000, I don't even make that a week. Even right now, I don't make that a week, which, I mean, most people don't even make $500 a week or $200 a week. Some people make $0 all the time. Their yearly salary is $0. So I'm not gonna say, like, I'm not gonna try to be like I wish I made more money. I do, but like there are people that have it a lot worse than I do because of the pandemic, and the rise of people that are now houseless is just really, really upsetting. And it just, God, why does everything suck? Capitalism, why? But to go. So at the time I was 19 years old. 19 years old, and I was having this crisis because I was like, I just had my first birthday in a pandemic. Now I'm about to hit birthday number 2, actually 3, because I turned 19, 20, and then I'm about to turn 21 in 2 months. God, oh my gosh, time is going by so fast. But these videos made it feel like money was so disposable to these people, and I know that in the grand scheme of things, it probably is disposable to them, you know. I think about, you know, having a YouTube channel now, I see that like AdSense and stuff like that, like they probably made more money on the video than what they spent in the video regardless. But being in that weird in-between phase was just really, really difficult to deal with at that time when I was getting advertised all of this content about money that I didn't have. But I've been talking about me for a long time, and I know this sounds like a pity party, but in reality, I am so grateful and so privileged because I had the opportunity to stay with my mother. Some people have such bad relationship with their parents that they would rather be homeless than be with their parents, you know. I had the ability, my mom has a house that has multiple rooms. That's great, you know, fun, fine, fresh, whatever. But I've learned that the average person is not going to experience this luxury, lavish lifestyle that YouTubers and Instagram creators and influencers, I guess is what I was trying to say. I don't know why I did so many hoops to get to that word. But they typically don't live that lifestyle either. And in fact, a lot of them are tens of thousands of dollars in debt right now trying to, you know, because they want to fly in a private jet, even though they can't afford it, you know. So it's a lifestyle that is not attainable by a lot of people, but we have this perception that it is achievable. And then when we look back at our average lives, we kind of get this feeling of stuckness and feeling as though we're not as accomplished because we don't have these things that other people have. Do you want anything you want to say, Bronx? Oh my, just say something. Great. He's so good for the camera. But I just wanted to get into the concept of what even is success, because for the longest time I felt like success was I had to be Leonardo DiCaprio. You know, I had to be someone who was just so rich and famous, but that's not really what success is. Success is just simply achieving an accomplishment or a goal. So success to me could mean the fact that right now I'm filming a video, which is something that I was going to do, but something that I was having difficulty filming this week because of, you know, life stuff, but y'all don't care about that. That's an accomplishment. That is success right there. I was able to film a video and be successful with it, you know, doing something as minute as literally waking up, you know, and continuing to live the life that you live is success. That is an accomplishment, and you should be proud of that. And I feel so often that we use this word success and we have almost inflated what it actually means, because it is nice to be able to say like, I'm successful, but if you're happy, you're successful in your own right, because it is an accomplishment truly to be able to wake up in the morning and be happy, to be able to wake up in the morning and do whatever job, to be able to pay whatever bills that you have and not have to worry about any extreme emergencies, you know. But in terms of success, what I feel like has been characterized, especially during the pandemic, is the rise of TikTok. Now, I was one of those weird people that had a TikTok in 2018 when it was lame, and TikTok was definitely not what it is right now, for sure. But we see so often these young kids suddenly blow up and they end up becoming millionaires. Charlie D'Amelio, Addison Rae, Dixie D'Amelio, Vinny Hacker, Lil Huddy, Bryce Hall. Well, Bryce Hall is a little bit different because he was on Musical.ly and he's also a YouTuber, but you get the drift that I'm trying to, you're picking up what I'm putting down. SIMP, squirrels in my pants, right? Ooh. That was a big head pat. Whenever I talk about success, I automatically think about Emma Chamberlain, because me and her were the same age. She's 2 months older than me, but we're the same age. I grew up watching her. We were the same age. So it felt weird when I was making YouTube videos, she was making YouTube videos, and she is now Emma Chamberlain that goes to the Met Gala, Emma Chamberlain that is dating famous singer, Emma Chamberlain that is so many things more than just a little old YouTuber, you know. And granted, success is relative to the person that feels like they're succeeding, you know. Like Bronx right now is happy that he's succeeding and bothering me right now because he's out. He just scratched me. Really? We see creators such as Tana Mojo, Rice Gum, the Pauls. Who else is like that? The Ace family, oh my God. Like, that just flex this immense wealth that they probably don't even have. Well, Jake Paul and Logan Paul probably, but it's insane that I, for so long, was convinced that, like, there was something wrong and there was something broken in the system. There is something broken in the system, but this is not regular people. And I, for so long, was just like, this is something that's normal. That's something that's going to happen to everybody. I just have to try harder. In the grand scheme of things, I could try a little bit harder, but I'm not going to get the same results as not the Ace family, but as, let's say, Logan Paul. There are so many articles that I've seen. Really? There are so many articles that I've seen of people that are millennials or Gen Z writing an article about, I just purchased my first home and here's how I did it. And you assume they're going to give some sort of amazing story about how they're so happy and how they were able to save and whatever. But I have cat hair in my mouth. But in reality, if you read the articles, 9 times out of 10, their parents paid their down payment or there's some other stipulation that comes with that they're not sharing, and they want to do the little headline and leave it at that. But it's like, it's really hard to do basic things right now, and you shouldn't beat yourself up for not feeling like everybody else. I feel like oftentimes that even that is something that is impossible to achieve. I mean, I'm not to the point to where I'm so scared that if I do try to find a job, I'm not going to be able to find a good one, because I'm getting my bachelor's in December if I pass all my classes, and I'm worried I'm gonna have to get my PhD just to get a job that pays $18 an hour. I just have this constant fear that I'm never going to be able to succeed, and I don't know if that's just because of how I grew up. I don't know if it's because of social media. I don't know what it is, but I know I'm not the only person that feels this way, because I've seen so many TikToks, so many articles of people that feel the exact same way that I do. So my next thing is, where do we go from here? Obviously, people don't live that lavish lifestyle, really. People do. Like Jeffree Star definitely is rich. Graham Stephan definitely is rich, but I've kind of had this newfound understanding of influencers. Sometimes I know they're like $100,000 in credit card debt, and I have to understand, and we have to understand, that just because you see something on social media does not mean that it is 100% real. You don't know what they went through to succeed, whatever it is, even if you see somebody just bought a house and you're like, wow, I wish I bought a house. Their parents probably paid for it. No, I can't say that. That's not true. Some people really do work really hard, and I'm happy and so proud for them. But I'm saying that just because you may feel behind, you may be 30 years old staying with your parents because you can't afford rent where you live. That's fine. Everybody works at their own pace, and just by living, you are succeeding in your own way. There is this really huge pressure in general to succeed, especially at a young age. There is a prodigy kind of aspect where it's like, like Ryan's toy review. Even I don't have beef with a 10-year-old, but like literally he reviews toys and makes $20 million a year, probably more than that, and that's insane. But that is not the average person. The average person is below the poverty line, to be honest. The average person is making, I don't know the specific number. I did a video essay on the illusion of the embourgeoisement of the working class. Oh my gosh, that's the name of the video. It's a video essay, so it's like an hour long, but I love that video so much. The point is, you're gonna get through whatever hardships you have, and even if you don't, that's also fine. I've learned in life in my ripe old age of 20 that it is okay to not be ahead. It is okay to be behind. There is no ahead and behind anyways. That is such a stupid little rule, but seeing that, the 30 under 30, and seeing so many young people succeeding more than you, it's weird. It really is. It's hard seeing like a 16-year-old that's lied about her age for the past 4 years succeeding, with Bang Energy ads or whatever she does these days. But the point is that life sucks. Capitalism sucks, and I am not a big fan of it. Like, this is a random side up, but you remember like in 2021 when everyone was making OnlyFans accounts because they felt like they were going to become rich, and then realize that OnlyFans isn't a scam, but you don't make as much money as you think that you do unless you're a top creator. That's a whole video. I've made a video on it. I'm plugging so many videos today. Oh my gosh. But point is, this is a long video. I've been talking for it is 1 a.m. now. Yeah, so I guess that's literally it. So if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, because it helps the little channels like mine. Make sure to subscribe to me, because I would love that. I'm really close to 7,000 subscribers, and it'd be really cool to hit 7,000. Make sure to stay happy, stay healthy, and stay safe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys.